thanks for taking me to work.
That's all right, mate. No worries. Don't start doing some weird dancing. That's good.
Yeah, you just look over and like...
How did you find it transitioning back from that experience to reality?
Yeah, it was different.
A big takeaway for me was actually just learning to actively listen to people.
Okay.
And not be thinking about my response when somebody's talking, but just sitting and hearing exactly what they have to say.
Steady, moving on to greater. Never thought that I'd be ready.
Like it. To be fair, when there's a new album, like I'll skip halfway into a song to figure out if I like it, which is such a fucking stupid idea, actually.
You might not be able to solve, or you might not be able to help the person solve it, but you can just be there for them. Just listen. And sometimes I didn't listen very much. So I'm, reminding myself that I need to do that. And this song is one way to do that.
How you feeling?
No, I've only seen it.
He sounds incredible, I'm sure. Welcome to Just Ballads here with Kane. Kane, it's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you. No, thank you for taking me to work, man.
Oh, it's an honour. It's an honour to drive you to work. It's cool, we just do loops,
Yeah,
and then
man.
I drop you off at the end. So obviously we've not really caught up since the retreat, really.
No, we
Which
haven't.
is becoming a bit of a common theme in these videos, and everyone probably thinks that my whole life revolves around this fucking retreat now, which it does, to be honest.
Pivotal moment.
Yeah. Nice to see you, mate.
You too, man. It's gone quick though, to be fair, since the retreat. Everyone's kind of gone back to their lives and work and whatnot, so it makes sense.
How did you find it transitioning back from that experience to reality?
Yeah, it was different, but it was actually quite nice at the same time, because I noticed when I went back to work, I think it was Wednesday, because I took the Tuesday off as well, just to have that one day, like extra day to come back.
I never do that, but it's always.
And I'm so glad that I did, because I just kind of sat in the feeling from being on the retreat. But it was really nice, because I noticed when I went back to work, I was really calm and authentic about everything. Like I was openly talking about how great the experience was, the type of things we did on the retreat. And normally I would keep that type of stuff short and sweet. So if someone asked me how my week's been or weekend or whatever, it might be like a short and sharp summary of, did a couple of things, busy, did some things around the house, caught up with some friends. Like it still gives someone a picture of what I did, but it's not really in depth. But I noticed when I came back from that retreat, I was like wanting to talk and share like everything, which was really nice. So when I walked in and my team all pretty much sit on the same table together, as soon as they asked me how my weekend was, how was your time away, I just started talking about it all. I was like, it was so good, met these amazing people. You know, day one was like this, day two, day three. I just walked them through the whole thing. And that was really nice, like really cool, just to not shy away from sharing it either. Like it was a cool experience. People deserve to know. But even if they don't think that, it's nice for them to know that I got so much out of it.
And that's their stuff. Like if they don't connect with it, then fine. But it doesn't matter. Like,
So that was really cool. That was a big shift that I noticed. And I also noticed that just felt way more grounded coming back, to be honest. Like not feeling the need to be on social media as much, to be watching YouTube, whatever. It was like...
Don't say that, people fucking...
Oh, actually, yeah, good point.
YouTube was the only thing.
You can watch it in this instance. Every other time, no.
Yeah.
But there wasn't as much of that need. It was still there, but you were just happy being in your own space.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was really cool, man.
Cool. Yeah, I had a similar experience where, well, what I wanted to say is that last day of the integration that they did,
Yes.
so glad that they did that. because I think what I would have come away from the experience, I probably would have come away a bit anxious almost, of like, fuck, this was so amazing and life's not actually like that, and what do you do?
Yeah.
But it did make it feel much easier to, well, integrate, you know, those stories and stuff into my actual life and discuss them with people. And it's an amazing experience, wasn't it?
What was your biggest takeaway from the retreat?
Great question. I'm trying to answer a deep question. I'm getting beeps. Come on, man.
I asked you that at the perfect time. Cars are all waiting.
Probably not to be pushed off balance by people being knobs. No, it was, what was my biggest takeaway? To just let go of like fears of shame and judgment. And that there are blokes that exist who are equally, like, not desperate but curious to understand more about themselves, so everyone has these moments of trauma in their life, and it does different things to them, but through like community and through connecting to others, like, you can completely change the narrative of them. And like your stories, and I did want to ask you a little bit about it on this, so maybe we'll digress into that, and we don't have to use the content if it's something that you don't want to talk about. But obviously you spoke a lot after one of the breath works, I think.
Yes, or it was actually when we were doing the yelling.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, the primal scream.
The primal scream was what got me.
Yeah, so obviously you really needed to scream at another bloke.
I think I did. It was needed.
But you spoke a lot about your relationship with your dad, and that was just like so powerful to listen to that.
Yeah.
A big takeaway for me was actually just learning to actively listen to people.
Okay.
And not be thinking about my response when somebody's talking, but just sitting and hearing exactly what they have to say. And you just like connect with people at such a deeper level when that happens, because you realise that, I realised that the only reason I'm trying to think of an answer when people are talking about things, why can nobody park to it?
Everyone's parallel parking in front of us. You're going to get beeped again.
Yeah, see, I'm panicking that I need to move because it's fucking bloke behind me. Just realising that the only reason why I'm thinking of what shall I say next is because I'm trying to prove myself in some way. It's not actually because it's like adding more value to the conversation. And actually, if you just sit and listen to what somebody has to say and assimilate what they're saying, it's a much more powerful experience, and the conversation is better. And so that was a huge takeaway for me. But what I wanted to talk about was I suppose what was your biggest takeaway, and if you could maybe kind of digress into what was coming up for you on the retreat.
So gosh, there were a lot of different things we did, that brought up different emotions and different things that we're all going through. But the biggest takeaway was I think I'll start with this and it'll probably lead into more, but probably just to be authentic and vulnerable about how you're actually feeling, because I'm very guilty of not expressing how I really feel about something, and it's made my life quite difficult in some ways, because it makes relationships hard, because the person I'm with will not fully understand how I'm actually feeling about something. They'll think I'm okay, or I'm all good, or I'm good enough for this not to be a big thing. But deep down, I'm like fighting with myself, thinking I really don't like this, what's playing out, or what's been said, whatever. So it's impacted me there, and it impacts, I guess, friendships and family as well, because friends will likely always think you're okay as well, and not really feel the need to check in or ask if you're okay, because why should they? They see the kind of good version of you most of the time. You're happy, you're energetic, and look, that stuff is all great, like you want to be that around your friends and whatnot, but sometimes you are having a shit day, and that's okay. And I know it sounds so simple, and people do talk about it all the time, just kind of being yourself, and if you are feeling low, it's okay to not be that over the top, energetic, happy person all the time. But I think the retreat just let it come out a little bit for me. Like when we did that primal scream, that was probably the first time I'd yelled properly in a really long time, because I just don't yell. Like I don't argue a lot. I don't really get aggressive or angry ever. So that's why I think that impacted me so much, because it was different. I haven't felt that for a long time, and I think it was nice to know, not just to know, nice to let it out. I'd been maybe burying some things for quite a while, to do with family, to do with friends, relationship in particular. I've been burying a lot. So having that moment just to like fully let it all out and be like, wow, okay, that was quite nice, like therapeutic almost, to all be yelling at each other. It was really cool, man. It was quite a nice moment for me, and I think it's going to sound really weird, but it also showed me that I'm capable of being quite like assertive when I need to be, because usually I'm calm and kind, and they're probably the more dominant traits. But in that moment, none of us were like that, right? We were loud. We were being assertive. We were like moving around the room. We're kind of like these kind of powerful people in that moment, right? And that was really cool. Different, but yeah, it was special, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I also am not someone who expresses much anger, well, ever, actually. And I've had a lot of conversations in therapy through that, and how I'm just not somebody who naturally can feel like they can be angry. But of course, everyone has anger in them.
Yeah.
Like it's just a force within everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's things that anger is a healthy emotion if it's expressed in the right way. And I suppose screaming at someone, knowing that it's, you know, you're not actually angry with them,
right.
is probably the healthiest way you could do that. But yeah, it's the assertiveness as well. Like that's a leadership quality. Like I want to be a leader, you know, and so having the calmness and the kindness for sure. Like that's also being a leader. But I think to have a healthy level of assertiveness and to put your foot down when things aren't, you know, how they should be.
That's
so
right.
important. And also with like, you know, I'm surrounded by bigots in certain situations and people who are being derogatory to people, and I want to be someone who can stand up and say that's not on. Like don't do that. Like that's not cool. But I always find myself in those situations just shying away and like feeling all this guilt and horrible feelings about how awful that must be for that person, but actually it's a selfishness of like, it feels awful for me.
Not wanting to say anything.
And I think in that, like things like anger there, like you should be angry about that stuff, and you should be able to convey that anger, not in a way of like necessarily screaming at someone like that, but just just noticing anger and saying I feel angry. And like this week I had a very interesting conversation with my ex-girlfriend where I was talking, she made me angry, or no, she didn't make me angry, but what was going on I felt angry about, and I could do that. I said to her, like, I feel really angry at the moment, and I articulated exactly why, and we ended up having a beautiful conversation.
Wow.
And so it was so powerful to do that as well.
Was that nice for you?
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, it was needed, really needed. And also this week, going back to what you were saying originally about how being low and that's okay. Like, I think that's quite feels like a cliche, because you have a lot of groups going around and they're saying like it's okay to be down, you know, and I think that's needed, because people who are in vulnerable situations like need to know that basic of like being low is okay. But what I've learned this week, and from Blazing Swan as well, is that there's actually some comfort in being low, because it's just an emotion that you're experiencing at that time, and there really is nothing wrong with that, and not to try and change that necessarily, and to just sit in it, just notice where you're at with that lowness. Like what is it that's triggering me to feel low? Is it, you know, and it's probably then going back to the basics like sleep and food, and just not trying to chase some dopamine to get me out of it, but actually just sitting with it, I think is important.
You just, that word there, like sitting in it, is so valuable, because we don't want to, do we? No. We'll chase that next thing, we'll distract ourselves, we'll go out, we'll hang out with our mates just to take our mind off it, it's actually okay just to sit in it for a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And just accept that that's how you feel in that moment. And talk about it. If you're with someone, just say, yeah, I feel a bit sad. You don't have to be a dick about it and be like, ruin everyone's morning because of, you're not going to go to the Project Fellas morning dip and ruin everyone's morning because of how you feel, but you might just say it and go, it's been a rough morning, didn't sleep well, been going through a little bit, but I'm happy to see you boys.
Yeah.
They still get an idea that you're feeling not 100%, and they'll respect it. They might even say something that lifts you up for the day, but yeah, you're at least vocalizing it and not just showing up and everyone thinking you're all good.
Yeah,
100% good.
And you give people, and I'm conscious that I forgot that this whole YouTube thing's about music, so we'll have to do some music stuff in a bit.
We'll play some songs.
Don't worry, we'll play music.
Imagine the video.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of time.
Carpool karaoke, and people listen, and there's just no music involved.
Just two blokes talking about fucking woo-woo shit. But I did, and I think we spoke a lot about Simon Sinek actually.
We did.
Because a huge thing that he talks about is how when people when you give the opportunity to someone to sit in the mud with you, so like when you're feeling low and you give that opportunity to someone to actually experience that lowness and offer some support just by being there, like that person can feel so much gratitude for that moment because you're being authentic. It goes back to this authenticity. Like it's an incredibly empowering feeling when somebody is low with you and you feel like you can offer them something by just being there with them.
Yeah.
Not changing that necessarily, but sitting in the mud with them. Like it's this huge amazing part of life.
You're almost grateful that they shared it with you as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you might even say that, and that's all you can offer them in that moment. Like, thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
And you just sit in it. You listen to some music together. It's what did Simon Sinek say? I think he said he was talking about one of his friends in particular, where I think he didn't share how he was actually feeling, or maybe it was his friend that didn't share, and he said, like, how dare you not give me that opportunity to be there for you?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're taking away from people if we're always in a good state.
Absolutely.
They actually don't ever have an opportunity to go like, what do you need at the moment? You said you're pretty sad and you're going through a bit. How can I help?
Yeah.
Like, people want, we do. Most people are fairly kind and we want to be able to help someone. But if there's never that opportunity, you don't get the chance to do that.
Yeah. Let's talk music.
Let's do it.
So, what is the first song that you're bringing into the journey today, Kane?
So it was actually really difficult to pick a few. The first one is, so I'm a big R&B fan, right?
Cool.
This one fell out
Good.
too.
We've not had any R&B yet.
I'm massive on R&B. Let me fix that first. Yeah, that's good. Yes, R&B, I love it. And my top artist every single year is Chris Brown.
Okay, I love that. Okay.
So there's one song in his newest, or his album's been out for over a year now, but it's called Angel Numbers.
Okay.
It's actually kind of two songs in one. So it's like a 5-minute song, but it starts off slow.
We're going to have to count it as two then.
Yeah, I think it will be almost two. But I just love not just the vibe of the song, but the words in it, because it talks a little bit about anxiety, like being weighed down by it, but then it transitions into like him feeling better and being like uplifted almost.
Yeah.
But it's got such a cool vibe to it as well. So it's a good mix of like, you listen to it when you kind of want to, I guess, feel some emotions, or if you just want to listen to an awesome song. So that truck was getting a bit close.
It was, wasn't it? It was about to squish me. I was like,
I thought he was going to
really connected with the first half of this anxiety.
Holy
of the song.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
So that will be, I reckon that'll be my first one.
Cool.
Or two.
And so it's a relatively new song then?
Pretty new,
because I've not heard of it before, but I used to listen to a lot of Chris Brown. My sister used to blast like Drake, Chris Brown, you know.
Oh man.
As growing up, so that was my first love with music, was like R&B, hip hop.
This is gonna take you back.
It is, yeah. And I haven't listened to I don't listen to that music as much anymore, but I do love it. In fact, very, very recently I've started to reconnect with that. So it's good timing.
nudge you along a bit more and back into the R&B space.
For sure. And so I'm just trying to think if there's anything I want to ask you before we play it. So you first heard it quite recently. Can you remember where you heard it?
I heard it. So I followed Chris Brown's albums and songs pretty closely. So as soon as this album came out, I was already listening to all of it.
Yeah.
It kind of grew on me, this song, to be honest. When I first heard it, it was a bit interesting how it was like almost two songs in one. And I didn't connect with it straight away, but then I listened to it a few more times and paid attention to the words, and I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. And I always play every few days. I'll probably have this song on at least once. Now I'm getting good at catching these.
You are.
Let's actually do this.
The Aussie Jeans, the cricket player.
The cricket's coming out. Oh yeah,
that's a better angle anyway. So.
So I heard it straight away as soon as it was released, and then his video clip came out. Probably 8 months after, and that was pretty cool as well. But the messaging is, see what you think. It's got a cool vibe. So sometimes you miss the words, and you don't really. But it's
not like you wouldn't necessarily go to that song for like a
potentially not.
Thing.
Yeah, you could, but it just depends what mood you're in, I guess. You might listen to it and go, I just really like the vibe of this, or you'll listen to it and hear every word. Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
I lost my way somewhere in another galaxy. Too much to take, these memories ending in tragedy. In all of these places, all of these faces, I didn't wanna let you down. And all these mistakes of mine, I can't replace it. I gotta move on somehow. Healing energy on me, baby. All I really need is one thing. Healing energy on me, baby. Can you make a wish for me? Healing energy on me. When it's 11:11, I need it. Healing energy on me, baby. Can you make a wish for me? 11:11, oh. 11:11. Too much weight on this. You can see the diamonds, don't complain on this. We was hustling, you niggas got no say on this. I'm just being honest, I'm moving steady. You can't buy success, ain't got no sale on it. You know that God did, he never gon' fail on us. Too much people got me thinking I'ma save all this. I know the ops want it, they love this. Two-tone got that bust down like whoa. The streets crazy, they don't love me no more. Not one for pressure, but I'll bang for my bros. Walking in Giuseppe, I'll be 10 on my toes. Welcome all the smoke. Mama pray for me so I won't fall. Walking 10 toes. I be pepping up and nobody knows. Anxiety, don't let the pressure get to your head. You know we play never thought that I'd be ready. She let me, I let her keep her things. She told me, why didn't you just fight for it? All these baddies had too many. I promised that I would've died for it. You just had to fucking let me. Now I'm married to the game, I'm in that. No more chains, I'ma buy me some gold. 3 babies, tryna make room for some more. Life learning lessons, cause you reap what you sow. Walking in Giuseppe, I'll be 10 on my toes. You know I welcome all the smoke. Mama prayed for me so I won't fall. Walking 10 toes. I be stressing out but nobody knows. Anxiety, don't let the pressure get to your head. You know we play for keeps. Don't let it go over your head. We welcome all the smoke. Mama prayed for me so I won't fall. Walking 10 toes. I be paranoid but nobody knows. Anxiety, don't let the pressure get to your head. Don't let it. You know we play for keeps. Don't let it go over your head. Steady.
Oh man,
Tune.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's a banger, mate.
Oh, so good.
My sister would absolutely love that song as well. So
Well, yeah, you said she
I
likes.
wouldn't be surprised if she already listens to it, but
She probably has heard it if she's an R&B fan.
Is
but-
it one of his bigger songs on that album?
Yeah, yes, it is actually. So I think this one has about 150 million listens.
Oh wow, okay.
And then second is another one called Residuals, and that has just over 100, almost 100 mil. So yeah, this is his biggest one of this album,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
He's like an incredible dancer as well, isn't he? Chris
Man,
Martin.
I want him to come to Perth. I don't think he will, but
It's such a shame here, isn't it? Because like it's like a one-stop trip. Like
I know.
There's not really. So if you're touring, it doesn't really make that much sense.
no. And they usually go to Sydney and
Well, exactly.
like Brisbane, Melbourne,
Yeah.
and they'll do
Skip
maybe
Perth.
3, but they don't come to Perth. I don't think he's even been there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because if he goes to Sydney, I'm probably going to go because
Yeah?
I don't think he'll ever, like, he might not ever come back
Yeah.
if he does come to Australia.
But yeah, there's something so like infectious about his voice as well. Like I don't know.
Mate,
I don't know. He's just he is great.
I
Like,
can't
he is
get
really
enough of
good.
him. Did you like pick up on parts of the lyrics as well?
I was trying to,
Anxiety?
but I was just bopping along. Like I know, like the first few times, like you said, when you hear a song,
Yeah.
like you pick up on certain things. And then what I found interesting about music that I love, I then do a bit of a deep dive on the lyrics after like 10 times I listen to it. I'm like, oh fuck, this like really resonates with me.
Yeah.
And I do have this question of whether like subconsciously we connect more with music because of the lyrics, but we just don't even realise in that moment. Because you're like taking it all in, like you're listening to the rhythm and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I picked up a little bit about the like healing and the anxiety and
Yes.
yeah, but also he's just got this like confidence, hasn't he? Like through his music, where it's just like you can just picture him like kind of two-stepping in this like confidence.
It's quite easy to miss the lyrics because of all of his songs have a good vibe to them.
Yeah.
So you can quite easily put it on, zone out, picture yourself dancing or whatever, or just have it loud in the car. And yeah, you don't pick up on the lyrics, especially the first time you listen to it, which I didn't either. And I listened to it more and more, and I was like, wow, I really like this messaging. And now I can't get enough of it. It'll probably be my top song this year again.
Yeah, okay. And I love the two-part. There's a couple of two-part songs, and I was desperately trying to think of which ones like that I know, where it starts with that kind of like not somber, but something like very slow and just like almost like a cappella, and then it breaks into this like upbeat vibe kind of song. Like I don't know if you know the song "Hollywood's Bleeding" by Post Malone.
Post Malone,
But that's kind of that kind of vibe, and I love that. Like because you can kind of listen and you first like really almost like meditate in the first bit, and then it's like dance afterwards.
Yes. They're quite cool when they do it like that.
Yeah, it is cool when it's done well. I've also heard some pretty shit ones, I think. But yeah.
Some of them are hit and miss, but yeah, one Post Malone's one and this one.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're getting two songs in one as well.
That's great.
And whatever you're feeling in the moment. So sometimes I'll skip that first bit because I want the upbeat part.
Yeah, okay.
So I just skip.
You want the dopamine, man.
Probably. We were just talking about chasing dopamine, how we should it, and I'm playing my favourite song.
Skipping
Fucking
songs.
skip that 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Just straight to the second part.
Nah, that's a banging song, mate. I enjoy that. I'll definitely be adding that.
Do it.
And hopefully reconnecting with a bit of R&B.
Yeah.
Again, and yeah. I mean, I love the song, the Chris Brown song. I don't know if you know Undecided.
Yes.
It's actually the melody, or what am I trying
It's
to
quite
say?
a unique sound.
But it's actually, well, I'm actually going to completely rubbish that because it's used from, it's a sample from a different song, but I don't think most people know. Do you know the...
Yes, but what's the original called?
I Love Your Smile by, I think it's Shanice or something, but that is a tune anyway.
Yes.
But the way that he reconstructed it to make Undecided is like a banger as well.
Yeah, that is a cool song.
And it
wow.
like that, like...
It's so catchy.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. So that's a banger which I'll also re-add and
Add
play
that
more.
to you. That's he released that maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah, that era was when I was really into like that kind of music. And that Chris Brown album as well, there was a song on there. Fuck. It's like the album's like a white background, I think, with his face on it. But
So, which I'm thinking, Heartbreak on a Full Moon, I think is one of them. The albums.
I'm not very good at names. I want to say, City Girls.
Yeah.
City Girls that have fun in the city.
That's right.
That's a tune.
Oh, so what album is that? I think that. Yeah, I'd have to look back at that one. I know the song, but I can't remember what album that was on.
Yeah.
He's got that many. One of his albums had like 50 songs on it, which was the Heartbreak on a Full Moon one.
Okay.
It was ridiculous. I mean, it was the best day of my life. I'm like, oh my god, look at all these new songs.
Yeah.
I get to, and you just slowly get through.
You're
it.
just skipping halfway. Anyway.
I mean,
like, do I like this one?
Wherever the dopamine is.
Yeah. I do that, to be fair. When there's a new album, like I'll skip halfway into a song to figure out if I like it, which is such a fucking stupid idea, actually.
It
it's just
actually
the
is.
impatience of. And then you don't actually take it in. I bet that's like every artist's worst nightmare. It's like, I've just created this masterpiece, and here you are fucking skipping it halfway through.
And they're like working on the build up of the song.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna have these lyrics at the start, and there's you and I there. Nah,
Yeah.
stuff that. We're a minute into the song. We haven't heard anything else. We just want to see what the beat's like, if the vibe's any good.
But
But
I've got time to,
you miss so many good songs that way. Sometimes I've come back to albums and realised, oh, that's actually a really good song that I skipped past.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Cool, great choice. Another one of Chris Brown's Zero. That's a song I used to play all the time.
That's good.
And there was another one as well. There's a bop. But anyway, thoroughly enjoyed that, and hopefully I can reconnect with a bit of that love for that kind of music. I think for a bit of time I felt like it was because it was when I was younger and going back to this like maturity thing. It felt almost immature to enjoy that music, but it's just fucking good. Like,
it is.
It's not about
R&B.
maturity. It's just a vibe, isn't it?
Everyone likes different music.
Yeah.
I go in and out. Like I do love R&B, but I also love country. I love my music playlist is so varied.
Yeah.
If you shuffle it, it's just such a mix of things.
Yeah, that's the way to do it though. Like different tunes for different moments. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Great choice. Great choice
Thank
of
you.
song. A question for you.
Go for it.
Which is about we spoke about on the retreat your leadership program
Yes.
that you're leaning into at the moment.
Mhm.
Can you maybe discuss a little bit about what that is, what the idea behind that is, and what you're trying to do?
Awesome. Yeah. That's really nice of you to ask about it and remember as well. I'd forgotten I talked a little bit about
You've forgotten about it because you put the actual program. Oh, I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh yeah, that's in the gutters.
Yeah.
No, I forgot we talked about it, so that's great. I've been working on it quite a bit since I got back from the retreat, to be honest.
Cool.
Which has been nice because I was procrastinating a fair bit and just over editing the content. So to basically what it is, it's going to be an online course that will be targeted towards emerging leaders. So anyone who wants to do leading, a bit like what you were saying before, you want to lead, whether that's in the workplace or outside of the workplace. And this course is designed to shrink the gap between you and your first leadership opportunity. And it is career focused, so a lot of the things I talk about are relevant to the workplace, but leading well at work translates into your personal life as well. So there's a lot that someone could do, even like they could take away, even if they weren't looking at doing it in like a corporate setting. But I focus on that because that's where I've done it. And that's almost like, that's me speaking my truth. These are the things I've done. This is what worked. This is what didn't. And basically giving someone a bit of a head start and some of the tools that will help them get there. Because I guess I was lucky enough to be working for a really good company when I first got exposed to leadership. I had a really good mentor that helped me and coached me and saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself at that time. And then I was given my first leadership opportunity when I was 21. So I was really young and still am, but at that point in time, I was really new to just even the corporate world overall, but even newer to leadership. I'd never led anyone. I'd never done anything like that before. So there's a lot of things that I didn't get right that I want to share with people so that they don't make the same mistakes I did. But there's also a lot of things that I did very deliberately that did work, whether it was the way I interviewed, the way I tried to add value in the workplace, the way I tried to get ahead. All of these little things kind of stacked on top of each other and then helped me become a permanent leader.
Compound interest.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and they do stack.
Bit of ego coming in, sorry, mate.
No, you're all good. We want you in the spotlight as much as possible.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
It does really stack. You'd be surprised how these little behaviours that you can demonstrate will just build on top of each other, and then all of a sudden people will look to you as, oh, this person's a role model. Like, why would we not give him or her a opportunity? That they're deserving it. They're doing all this work. They're adding value. They're great with people around them. Whatever it is, right? So I really just want to share it. I want to share it, get it out there. I don't even know if I'll be charging for it, to be honest, at the start at least, because I would love for people to test it and see if the way it's presented works. Do they get value from it? And if they like it, then they can leave a testimonial and say, this is what I got from this course. And then later on you can start potentially selling it in a way. But you want to make sure it's good first, right?
Yeah.
There's no use selling something if no one's going to do it and then when they do it, they don't actually get much value from it.
Yeah, that'd be quite an awful feeling, I think.
Yeah.
Charging and it not bringing anyone value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I'm in the middle of doing some filming and whatnot at the moment where I film module by module.
Yes, I remember you saying that.
And that's been really fun, to be honest, because I wasn't doing a lot of that before. I was just editing Word documents and changing words and trying to make every word I said perfect, which is so unrealistic. But now I'm in the kind of filming space, just get in front of the camera, record, and then edit from there, watch it back. How did I sound? Did I get my point across? I've even been sending it to like a couple of mates as like a bit of a trial and say, look, watch this, it's 15 minutes. This is designed to be an intro video. You've just joined my course. This is the first video you'll watch. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
And that's been really cool too, because some things you don't think you're doing well in the course, your mate will comment on and say, oh, I really love that bit. 3 minutes, 40 seconds in, like you were passionate, I was engaged, like I was there with you. And then something you think maybe would have worked well, they'll make a comment about that and say, oh, look, I got a bit lost here, didn't really know where this was going. You're looking away from the camera too much, whatever it is, right? So that feedback's actually been really helpful as well.
That's such good advice, is to actually get feedback on your endeavours. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that you have people you can do that with as well. I'm not sure. I mean, I probably do now from this community, to be honest, more than anything. But I definitely value. Well, even from like recording these and having discussions with people who've come on it and given a bit of feedback as to how they found it. Yeah, that's awesome, mate.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you should be. I have every intuition that it will be very good.
Thank you.
And I'll look forward to hopefully embarking on it as well.
Yeah, I'd love to share it with you.
Very keen to do that. And to be in leadership roles from 21 onwards is not very common. So
it was good way to throw me into the deep end, that's for sure.
Yeah, but testament to who you are as a bloke, and I'm sure people have felt that you're older than you are in environments.
At times, it's been really interesting when they do, because I've always looked young.
Yeah.
And I looked even younger at 21, right? That's 6 years ago. And I remember one person, when they just started in the workplace I was in, they said, "Oh, I thought you were like 29, 30. I was like, "Are you serious?" I do not look that at all. Like, I had the biggest baby face. I barely had any. I still don't really have a beard, but I had nothing then. And I was shocked. But like we were saying before, it's how you show up and present yourself.
Yeah.
If you're professional, you're kind, you're kind of calm and collected, they will assume you're older before they actually know your age.
Yeah, something that I just remembered as well from what you were saying about getting people to buy into the program before you charge or create that friction for people. They do that with this community, don't they, with Project Fellas, and it works really well, because I think I may have come if it was $20 or something. I might have, but the chance of me coming would have been a lot slimmer.
Exactly.
And then after that, I bought into the retreat, which is where they do make. Well, I'm not even sure they make that much profit from that for what they charge for it. I'm just going to park in here and go for a piece down there. It's just, or I could actually go on the left there. Sorry, that's my ADHD indecisiveness coming in handy. I'm not sure if I can actually go there.
Don't worry, man. I'm with you.
Yeah, but getting that initial buy-in without the friction, people understanding your mission and the story behind what you're doing, and then you can make some money from it, because you deserve to be paid for that service. But
that's right.
I think that's a good idea, even if it's just like a pretty heavily discounted fee to start with.
Exactly.
Kane, what is the second song that you're bringing to the car journey today?
Okay, I think I've got it. I reckon we play a song called Homeward by Dermot Kennedy. Have you listened to him much before?
Never heard of him.
So he's got some really deep kind of songs, and he's definitely someone you want to listen to the lyrics for. All of his songs carry so much meaning. He's a bit like, it doesn't sound like Ed Sheeran, but you know Ed Sheeran is very deliberate with what his songs say.
Yeah.
It's a bit similar to that. The reason I've chosen this song though is because me and my ex-partner used to listen to this a lot, and it just has a lot of meaning now for me. It's not a song that I probably would have normally sat and listened to, but we used to play it all the time, and you'll see the words soon, but it's kind of about like listening to each other, so, and not necessarily being able to fix things. So there might be stuff that each of you are going through, but you just want to listen. You might not be able to solve it, but I'm here for you. And it's just been a special song for me ever since, basically. So it's a bit of a deeper one compared to Chris Brown that we had before. But
good.
I think it's necessary to play, and it can tug your heartstrings a little bit, but it's a beautiful song. Do you have tissues in it?
Seriously?
No, I don't know. I won't bore my eyes out, but it is.
Well, you can if you like, mate. They make good content, so you better fucking cry.
It's all for the content.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually come up when you search it. I know where his album is though.
Turns out you've completely
Here we go.
created this song in your mind.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so I'm just delusional.
Yeah.
All right,
Go
ready?
for it. I'm ready, yeah.
If this whole town slowed down, would you ever come back? We know now we can't change the past. So hold on, hold out. I know the night seems dark. You love so loud, you should be proud of that. It's okay to be a little scared of it all. I hope that you know that it's okay to fall. I'm all yours, tell me all that you lost. I don't know if I can fix it, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours, find your peace in my arms. I know that something's missing, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours. I'm all yours. So breathe in and breathe out. Take all the time you need. I'm here now, take every piece of me. From sun up to sundown, live like a bird set free. Hope you know now how much you mean to me. It's okay to be a little scared of it all. I hope that you know that it's okay to fall. I'm all yours, tell me all that you lost. I don't know if I can fix it, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours, find your peace in my arms. I know that something's missing, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours. Sorrow is a season, everything that hurts will pass. Something to believe in, I know this isn't easy. I promise you the hurt won't last. I don't know what you're feeling, sorrow is a season, everything that hurts will pass. Something to believe in, I know this isn't easy. I'm all yours, tell me all that you lost. I don't know if I can fix it, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours, find your peace in my arms. I know that something's missing, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours, tell me all that you lost. I don't know if I can fix it, but I promise you I'll listen. I'm all yours, find your peace in my arms. I know that something's missing, but I promise you I listen. I'm all yours. I'm all yours.
He does, yeah, he does.
He sounds incredible live.
Oh, you've seen him live?
No, I've only seen him live.
He sounds incredible live. I'm just sure.
I can visualize he sounds incredible live.
Well, I have to say the chorus lyrics. I don't know if I can fix it, but I promise you I'm listening. I'm all yours. And then I know that something's missing, but I promise you I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all yours, which is kind of what you were almost leaning into in conversation before the song.
Yeah.
I imagine that's quite deeply emotional, those lyrics for you.
Oh, massively. Like we would play that song so much, like on repeat. To be fair, we played his whole album on repeat all the time. It just has so much meaning because that was something she was incredible at, like listening and wanting to figure out how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and how we can actually move forward together. And it's something I still admire it about her. because I know we were talking earlier in the car ride, like how we ignore our feelings sometimes and we'll try and pretend that we're okay, but this song is pretty much about, I know that something's missing, but I'm here, I'm listening, and then it says I'm all yours. Like it's like this loyalty, isn't it? It's something could be going wrong, you might have some trauma, you might have had some shit happen to you, but I'm here and I'm listening. It doesn't really get much more powerful than that, does it?
It's like an acknowledgement that your intention is pure, like you're trying to work on things. And that's quite like sad that I think it's like an acknowledgement that it's not about how much you love each other, and there might be something that you feel needs fixing in a relationship or missing, or just individually, whatever. But regardless of all of that, like I'm yours, like I'm here for you, like let's, we're giving it a go.
Exactly.
And so I imagine after then breaking up, like it's a reminder that you were still you gave it everything.
I think it's a reminder of what the song stands for. So again, she was really big on like this undying loyalty towards the person you're with, which was an amazing trait, and I could learn something from that. And that's, I think, why I still listen to this song, because I want to be like that. Like I want to, everything that song is saying, that loyalty, that listening, that I'm here for you, I want to embody that. So I almost listen to it as a reminder of that it's really important to be that way. You're not going to have a loving relationship unless you are. It's not always going to be good, and you have to talk to each other, you have to open up. There's going to be shit you both go through that you might not be able to solve, or you might not be able to help the person solve it, but you can just be there for them. Just listen. And sometimes I didn't listen very much. So I'm, reminding myself that I need to do that. And this song is one way to do that.
Do you think that the song was intended to be that idea about I'm all yours is him talking with a partner, or do you think, like one way that I heard it was maybe it's that internal dialogue that you have, like I know that something's missing like within me, but I'm listening to it, I'm trying, like I'm all yours.
Good
like
point.
Do you know what I mean?
I didn't see it like that, to be honest. I look at that song as like purely like partnership.
Because I think there's quite an interesting parallel that you can draw from songs like that. A lot of people hear them as it's about the relationship that they're having with someone else, but maybe the way that you're reframing it now is actually subconsciously, maybe you're listening to it because it's about your relationship with you as well.
True.
It's not just about the other.
It's
and actually I think it was my ex-girlfriend who I'll tell you what song it is. You know the song Messy?
Messy?
Because I'm too messy.
Oh, yes.
And I'm too fucking clean. Yeah, so I heard that as she's talking to an ex-partner or a partner or whatever, someone outside of her in the world, that she's saying like, I'm too messy, like I'm too whatever. But then she posed the question, well, maybe it's like more of just an internal dialogue about herself, and like I think she's got schizophrenia, and maybe it's actually just she's like talking to herself, she's like, I'm in pain.
Yeah, so it's an internal dialogue.
Yeah, and I think it's quite interesting. Like I always wonder whether the intention behind songs like that is actually to be more about. I don't know why I hate going left there. I just won't do it.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah, whether
Probably good timing
it's
to turn
more about the self than it is actually like a relationship. But that's what's so great about songs like that do have that those kind of lyrics that are you can interpret them exactly how you like.
Exactly.
But the lyrics of that song are beautiful.
So
I like that a
good.
lot.
He is incredible.
Yeah.
So it's just a little reminder for me. Start listening and paying attention a bit more.
Yeah.
And that loyalty is, it can be more powerful than love, right? Like love's a pretty strong feeling, but there are going to be times where you might be with someone long enough that's going to like flick in and out. So that loyalty is even more important. You've got their back no matter what, even if you are a bit checked out or something big's happened in your life that's taken your attention off the relationship a little bit, that song is all about just being there. Like, listen, support each other, basically, no matter what.
Yeah, it's unconditional.
It's never going to be perfect 24/7.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's such a good song, man.
Good choice, man. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to ask you one thing.
Oh, go for it.
Is
how exciting.
when you when you talked about leadership before, you said you'd like to lead more.
Yes.
In what way? Like, when you think of leadership, what does it mean to you?
Well, my initial answer is I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's quite interesting in itself. Leadership to me is about setting a powerful example of being this like compassionate but powerful human being, and sharing that gift with other people, and then by doing that empowering them. So I've had a few moments over the last, since the retreat, which I blab on about, sorry everyone, where I've felt like I can just articulate exactly what I want to say in like the purest form, and it's almost like I was describing it to my mum on Friday. It's like this state of flow that I'm in when I'm speaking, where I'm almost not in my body. I'm like kind of a bird's eye view of watching Mac, like, yes, like he knows what he's talking about.
That's interesting.
And that is a very empowering feeling, that state of flow, like in conversation. And that is leadership qualities, like coming out, I think. That's like being a leader. It's like it's this trust in yourself that I'm going to guide us here through this conversation, and we're going to get somewhere, and it's going to be of value. And like, I want to be in touch with that. And so I think that comes with a bit of assertiveness. It comes with compassion. It comes with kindness. It comes with curiosity. It comes with all those leadership qualities. So that's kind of what leadership looks like to me, and it's like setting that example of like, this is what an authentic human being is. This is how much I'm getting out of that. This is, I'd love to share that with you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. I think you can articulate that quite well. I know you said you're not sure, but you followed up pretty nicely.
No, but it's not like I know the answer to that. Like, I have to deep dive to understand that. That's what I've found with things like this. Like, when I'm really in touch with myself and I'm really questioning, like, what do I want? Like, these are the kind of things that I want. But I've got so much masking that I just, imagine that I don't want those things.
Yeah.
I push them away through, like, these fears of shame and judgment and, I don't know, being shit or not being perfect or whatever.
Well, I'm glad you did say it then, because, if you left it at I don't know, you wouldn't have got all of that out around how you actually feel about being authentic, compassionate. I feel like if you were to sit down and even write it or talk it out even more, you'd be pretty clear on the type of leader that you're hoping to be.
Thank you.
Because you already pretty much just described it then.
Yeah, thank you. I'm leaning into leadership for sure, and I'm enjoying that.
What would you like to be leading in? Is this just wanting to, like you
probably
said,
like a strip club or something?
They're good. Yep, they really build character and resilience.
Sorry, I cut you off with a shit.
No,
what was your question?
right.
What would I like to be?
Yeah, is this? I know you said like being that role model figure is important, but is there a space you'd like to be doing that?
Yeah, well, this is one.
Okay.
Storytelling was a bit of a powerful. I don't know why I'm waiting for them, but I'm just such a compassionate leader, you know.
Exactly.
The person behind me, like,
Seeing
you
in the
fucking so
flesh.
slow.
You're gonna get beeped again.
Yeah. Storytelling was a huge takeaway from the retreat, and actually, to answer your question, I think it was probably the biggest one. Your initial question about what's the biggest takeaway?
Yeah.
Because when we did the notes and we had 2 minutes to write a note for everyone on the retreat, and it was very rushed, very chaotic.
Yeah.
But it was great. Like, I absolutely loved doing it. My wrist hated me for it.
It was rough.
By the end of it, I came away with 20. Well, we all did, but I came away with 20 notes of how people experienced you, and the majority of the notes mentioned something about my ability to tell stories, and that's just not something that I've ever lent into. Like, it's never been something that I've thought I'm particularly good at, but it makes sense. Like, my mum is an incredible storyteller, And like I love it. Like I love telling a good story. I love even slipping in a little fib just to make it a bit more interesting. And so like
That's great.
I would like, and this for me is storytelling. And so that's where the leadership lies for me, I think, in like being able to tell stories.
Storytelling is super powerful.
Yeah.
If you can do it well, people will, like, they'll be so immersed in what you're saying. And this is a great forum for it, right? There are gonna be many moments where you can tell stories when you're like listening to music with someone, you're getting them to talk about what the song means to them.
I think storytelling's not only like from like my point of view, but creating spaces where people can tell stories is part of the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
And like this is that. Like this is creating environments where people feel comfortable to share their stories, and about music. Like on my dad's side is the music and my mum's side is the storytelling. I just had this epiphany then that actually this is like a combination of those two parts of my genetics, which is pretty cool.
There you go.
I hadn't thought of it like that.
I'm glad.
Thanks for that, mate. I'll send you $50.
Yeah. Charge you for it later.
Yeah. I wanna hear your last song if we can squeeze it in.
We probably can just fit it in, to be honest.
So, what's the third song you're bringing on the journey, Kane?
This one's a cool one. It's it's actually not even that old. I don't know why I was going to say it's old. It's probably 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
And it's called A Million Lives, and it's a rap song, but it's such a cool perspective because the way the guy raps in this song, he'll tell like 3 stories basically. Funny that we're talking about stories right now. He'll tell 3 short stories of how his music's impacted a very specific person who's maybe sent him a letter, bumped into him in person, how his music got them through something. So I think you'll really like it as well. And then at the end, it's like a little short thank you message. So the song's not overly long. He tells the stories with really quick and concise, but I love it. It's such a powerful message in it.
Cool. Sounds like I don't know if you know the song "Stand" by Eminem.
Yes.
But it sounds like a more positive spin on that.
It's like, it would be.
Yeah.
So I think you'll like it.
Okay. Cool.
And it links probably pretty perfectly to what we just said. So
yeah. Seeing these fucking supercars, by the way, what's going on?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're not in my garage.
Jesus. Car meetup. Can we do carpool karaoke in one of them next time?
Yeah. Next year I'll be driving.
Here we go. So the reason it's called A Million Lives is his message in the song is, I haven't made 1 million, but I've touched 1 million lives.
Okay, got ya.
Which again is a power, like things like what you're doing here.
Well, I have made 1 million, so let's not,
All right,
don't put me down like
just
that.
A little flex on camera. All right, here we go.
The other day I got an email, almost didn't read it, but something caught my eye right before I could delete it. It was bold and underlined, please read was the title, followed by Jake, you are my idol. It said, and I quote, my name is Nikki and I used to be a dancer, until the doctor diagnosed me with cancer. So I said goodbye to all the hair on my head, and hello to my hospital bed. Yeah, see I was just a normal girl, it happened so fast. There were so many days that I thought would be my last. However, the fight was tough and the battle was long, but I felt strong when I listened to your songs. You were always there for me, you held my heartbeat. You were my only friend, kept you on repeat. I thank God for you every single night, cause believe it or not, you saved my life. Yeah. I've met 1 million people, been 1 million places, shook 1 million hands, seen 1 million faces, had 1 million lows and 1 million more highs. No, I haven't made 1 million, but I've touched 1 million lives. Met 1 million people, been 1 million places, shook 1 million hands, seen 1 million faces, had 1 million lows and 1 million more highs. No, I haven't made 1 million, but the mailman knocked, said it was for me, handed me a box, sent from Tennessee, written on the top, for Jake's eyes only. Inside was a journal and a letter that he wrote me. It said, my name is Dylan, I'm in 7th grade, I'm ridiculed and picked on almost every day. Yeah, they pushed me in the halls, in between my classes. Yesterday they took my books, then broke my glasses. I kinda wanna talk to, it's like I don't exist. Sometimes I wonder if I was gone, would I be missed? But let me tell you the real reason for this letter. You helped me through it all, you helped me feel better. Your words give me confidence, your messages inspire me. You helped me find my inner strength deep inside of me. Through all the bad times, you helped me find the light. Believe it or not, you saved my life. I've met a million people, been a million places, shook a million hands, seen a million faces, had a million lows and a million more highs. No, I haven't made a million, but I've touched a million lives. Met a million people, been a million places, shook a million hands, seen a million faces, had a million lows and a million more highs. No, I haven't made a million, but I was sitting at my table at dinner the other night when I noticed a little girl sitting to my right. She was looking at me like she knew me. I guess she did, cause then she walked right up to me, and then she said, my name is Sammy and I swear that I'm your biggest fan. I think she even had my name written on her hand. She said me and my brother used to listen to you every day, until last year when he passed away. I'll never forget seeing my parents cry when they got the call saying that your son had died. Man, I wish that he was here now. You were his favorite. He had your mixtape but he never stopped playing it. Your music gives me a feeling that I just can't describe. It's like I got my brother back and he's still alive. I pray for both of you every single night, cause believe it or not, you saved my life. I've met a million people, been a million places, shook a million hands, seen a million faces, had a million lows and a million more highs. No, I haven't made a million, but I've touched a million lives. Met a million people, been a million places, shook a million hands, seen a million faces, had a million lows and a million more highs. No, I haven't made a million, but I now let me turn the table and talk to you. I had a dream, but you're the reason that it's coming true. Yeah, I've had some dark days when the sun don't shine, but you always reminded me that I would be fine. Cause when no one else cared, you believed in my vision. Now I got an army coming with me on my mission. I thank God for all of you every single night, cause believe it or not, you saved my life.
Good, hey.
Yeah, cool.
Did you pick up on some of the stories?
I did. I heard all three. Yeah, that's cool. I've never heard someone like... Well, it's very unique, isn't it? I've never heard someone put it into a song, the actual profound impact that they have on people's lives in a very cool way. So I enjoyed that a lot.
So good. I've listened to this song for years.
Wait, how far along are you?
I'm one of the red cars. So any of these that you can find.
Okay.
I'm that small red car there, actually.
Yeah, okay. I'll just put it in
Yeah, you park next to it. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Or I could hit it.
Scrape.
Great to have you on, Kane.
This is that part and gift. Try straight.
I don't know if you'll even be able to get out there. But
no, it should be good, man. There's plenty of room. Yeah, and then even at the end, what I like about it is then he's like talking to the camera. He's saying, let me turn the table and talk to you. I had a dream, but you're the reason it's coming true. So he's talking to all his fans.
Yeah, okay.
Which I just think is a really cool moment for someone. Like, and even with what you're doing, like, I feel like it'll get to that point where you're then talking to your fans and being like, thank you, like, this has grown, this has become amazing. I get to storytell, connecting with cool people, having fans that love it. Like, that's the kind of message he's sharing at the end.
Yeah, well, thank you for suggesting that I'll be doing something like that one day. That would be amazing.
Not massively.
Yeah, no, that is really cool. Yeah, great choices,
good,
man. I had a great time.
This was great. Thank you so much.
That's all good.
Appreciate you, man.
It's been so nice to catch up with you again as well. We'll have to, we'll have to go salsa dancing together.
Oh, mate, I'm down. If you want to go,
yeah,
I'm there.
No, I am keen. I am really keen for that. And thank you for being like so authentic in this and just leaning into what your favourite songs are and not more, thinking about judgment and just being fucking cool. Like, that's what this is about, and so I really appreciate you facilitating what I think will be a fantastic episode.
Can't wait to see it, man. You create the space for it, so people wouldn't be authentic without you. So
yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, we'll leave it there. If
Done.
you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I've also got a playlist with all the songs that have been played so far.
Sweet.
So that's on Spotify. I'll link that in the bottom. Kane, it's been an absolute pleasure. Stay tuned for the next episode, and see you guys soon.
Perfect. Cheers.
Told you guys went to salsa dancing on Thursday.
We did, man. We did. That was an experience. I've never done anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
And it was at Jack Rabbit's, the nightclub.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they turned it into it's got all the dance floor and everything set up already. They bring an instructor in, he's all mic'd up and everything as well. And 2 minutes before the class started, there was like 90% men in there.
Really?
And I was like, oh no, this is not
I only came in for the women.
This is not going to be fun at all. Because like salsas, you're kind of meant to be in partners.
It's quite a like, not sexual dance.
No,
but
it's a bit more intimate than.
yeah.
And you don't really want to be partnered up with your
some
mate.
rigid fella, yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
So we were all like, oh no. Even the instructor was like, well, I hope some more ladies rock up. And then right on cue, right when it all started, like 6 of them walked in. And we're like, oh my God, thank God. Like, it'll actually make the class proper, like a proper class.
Yeah.
So then we did that. It went on for about an hour. We'd never done it before, so we're like not that good at all.
Yeah, okay.
But a lot of the women hadn't done it either.
Okay.
It was their first time too, so that made it, I guess, a little bit less daunting.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to walk into like a room full of like Spanish people and it just, I don't know if it's a Spanish dance.
It's yeah, I have no idea either, to be honest. But to be fair, it was quite fun. Like, you never really do that normally. Like, I mean, when you go to a club, you're not really going to do salsa dancing on the dance
No, well, you might now.
I mean, maybe I might whip it out just to shock everyone.
Why not, mate?
There's a bit of like R&B playing and I'm just salsering on the dance floor.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
It was good. Yeah, me, Liam, and one of his workmates went together.
Okay.
So the only bit that was like super uncomfortable is right after you've done the hour class. They do like an open dance floor, and then this is when the more experienced people are coming out because they rock up after the class for the open dance bit.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, stuff it, I'm just going to throw myself in there and go on the dance floor.
Yeah, good on you.
And I was so out of sync with everything they were doing. I just looked, I think even one guy like tapped me on the shoulder to kind of tell me to move over.
What a dick.
Because I was a bit out of time with whoever I was with, it was like interrupting his dance a little bit. And I just didn't have that awareness because I wasn't used to it.
Yeah, but...
And I think he did it like 3 times and he did it respectfully, but he was like telling me to move away.
Oh no.
Because he was fully into it with whoever he was partnered
I
with.
feel like you can get a bit of pretentiousness about those kind of things, unfortunately.
Yeah.
When the whole idea is to just enjoy it.
Just have fun.
Dance, but...
I would do it again. Would you
Well,
ever
I
do it?
said to Liam, if you guys go again, I'm coming.
All right.
I made a commitment after this weekend at Blazing Swan.
Yeah.
Which was just absolutely bonkers.
Was it good?
Oh, it was so good, but absolutely crazy. But I promised myself that I would, if I had opportunities to dance, I would take them.
Yeah.
Because I
perfect.
pushed it away too much out of like fear of looking like a tit.
Yeah.
But I fucking love it. It's so good. Like, it's such a good feeling when you're just freely dancing. And
I remember you saying that on the retreat as well.
Yeah.
We had a similar comment where we were like, that was uncomfortable, but we liked to dance.
Yes, yeah.